What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tim, Mr. Meaningful Work. Welcome to another edition of Zap Z Amazing Pod. Now, today is a very special episode because we are on site at the LinkedIn Talent Connect Summit here in Phoenix. And so LinkedIn invited a lot of different enterprise folks, customers that are using it for their recruiting, for their search, for placement, and all those things. They revealed some really cool AI products that are going to be launching this year. But I was mostly interested. AI is dope and it's cool and all of that stuff. But I was mostly interested about the multi-generational stuff, right? You know, we all about Gen Z up in this. And so I'm looking around, all right? I'm looking around at all these beautiful people. I'm asking the question, where are the Gen Z folks? Where are they at? I couldn't find them. So I was at lunch one time, sitting down, when I sat next to somebody, and I had to ask the question. It's always embarrassing to ask, like, are you Gen Z? And luckily, she said yes. I was like, can I talk to you? And she said yes. Yes, there she is, ladies and gentlemen. We got Sam Ortiz here in the building. Oh, let's make this better. All right. Sam, what's up?
I'm good, thank you. Very excited.
Yes.
I definitely thought that I would, if someone was going to approach me instead of me them, they thought they would ask me, are you?
Is it? What do you do? What
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
I was looking around like,
so
anyone trying to make friends?
Yeah. So, and that's what this whole thing, right? Networking, connecting with different folks. So the first question that we ask folks on Z Amazing Podcast, where we talk about Gen Z, to Gen Z, their likes, their dislikes, their icks, their red flag, green flags, all of those things. But the first thing, as a way to get to know you, is WRUFF, which is what are you famous for?
Okay.
So, what are you famous for?
Okay. I'm not a renowned celebrity for anything. Of
Lies.
course, I have
She
to
is.
disclose.
She's a celebrity.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's.
I have to disclose first.
Yeah.
But I would say if all of my friends and family were going to say, one thing about me or what I'm their go-to person for would be public speaking in general. Speeches at weddings.
Toasts and
toast,
stuff. Yeah.
officiating. I've been asked to do. I've emceed. I've done stand-up comedy. I've done, press
So
conferences.
she actually is famous. Yeah. All of this, I'm not really famous talk is complete baloney.
No, I mean, it's just like, everyone has like their like strengths or things that they're more comfortable with.
Yeah.
And I would definitely say, public speaking, writing in note cards. Yeah. Speeches.
That is, so MC, I do a lot of MCing. I do a lot of public speaking. And a lot of folks, when you talk about people's like biggest fears, a lot of the time public speaking is like.
Mine is too. Yeah, but
that's your biggest fear and your biggest strength?
I would say absolutely. I think everyone's afraid of public speaking.
Yeah.
But I think that, it's a skill, right? It's not like a desire to do something. It's more of like,
it comes naturally.
I could do it. Yeah, I could do it. Yeah. I've also done like theater.
Yeah.
Like that, so.
Nice. Yeah. So an actor, comedian, MC extraordinaire.
Yeah.
So if somebody needs a good toast, like what's like a go-to toast? If somebody needs one right now, they're about to run into a wedding and they're just listening to this podcast real quick. I need something. Sam, give us something.
The most important thing to do when you are doing a toast is you need to sprinkle in something personal. It can't be, like, oh, I'm so happy for you. And it always has to start off really light.
Yeah.
And you have to know that you're ending with something serious and personal.
Yeah.
And I think that's really all it really needs.
Yeah.
You have to decide if you're going to be funny, then be funny.
You got to commit.
But you can't pick both.
I like that. I like that. Commit to either the serious or commit to the funny. Yeah. And just drive it all the way home.
Know your tone, it will come.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. So we have another section called the GOAT debate, greatest of all time. And it's not necessarily just in sports where it's kind of traditionally set in, but
good. I don't know anything about sports. Yeah, good.
Come on, we got the World Series going on right now, depending on when we post this, but it's not about sports. So if you were to think about the goated way to find a job, like what would you say is the best way, in your opinion, to find a job in this day and age?
Okay, I think that's really tough. I think that honestly, it really is starting to become about who you know. It's
connections.
I think that a lot of recruiters are being really like, just like drowning in like in-mails. It's like so easy to apply.
Yeah.
And it's just like there's so much volume that it's really important to have a personable touch when you're applying for jobs. And it's really like going beyond to, like try to find a connection with someone. Like, hey, double check me specifically, even if it's just because I said hello or I sent you like a personalized email. I think it's really like that difference of like, I'm actually a person and you don't have to sift through all the robots.
Let me make your job easier.
Let me confirm that I am a sane person. Now look at my resume.
Now look at the resume. Now you talk about connection, right? Because like you said, there's so many ways to do it. You can easily apply on LinkedIn.
Career fairs.
So another kind of generalization about the generation is there is a challenge in those one-on-one connections, right? Everything has been digital, everything has been technology, and so really being able to create and nurture those types of real relationships and connections is hard. So from an HR standpoint, from an onboarding, right, how is that a challenge for folks to be able to get jobs based on connections if folks don't really know how to?
I think that's a skill that I think, with AI, like we've even heard in this conference a lot, how, upscaling, like scaling to your size means maybe like automating the process of interviewing completely. And I think that, it's a really valuable experience, like to interview with a person, even if you've done it a bunch and failed, like that's how you grow. It's having those interactions with people. And I think that that's a skill that like Gen Z is really seeking out. I know that a lot of people, would suggest that, maybe we like the self-service, but I think that a lot of people who are coming from, having gone to college with a lot of people, meeting a lot of people, and school, of course, they're graduating. They don't want to, sit at home all day and be on their computers. It's really important for people to find that connection and see themselves in a company. Not just, like, okay, I have a role now, I'm making my money, but it's really important for them to like feel that from the onset. It's that human connection.
Feel like they're part of a community. Feel like
those are the jobs you really want.
Well, good. Hey, we got one more question for you. It's actually multiple choice.
Okay.
1 of 4.
Okay.
Question number 1 is, what's the most important thing going on in your life right now? Number 2 is, what's something that you are really good at that you can teach us right now, so these people can walk away with
tools
a skill? All of the tools. We can do mini golf, like we can do.
I would have to learn mini golf first.
So that's 2. The third thing is, if you could spend 24 hours doing one thing, what would it be? And then the last one was, what's one thing about another generation, yours included, that makes absolutely no sense to you?
Okay. I think I'll go for the first question.
All right. Most important thing going on right now.
The most important thing for me in my everyday is to really like find variety and diversity in like my week. Like I go to work every day, 9 to 5, but I don't want to get home and just watch TV. I really put an effort in, trying to find like different spots to eat or just to walk and really diversify like what I do. Because it's really important to me to feel like my life isn't work. And I really need to feel like, I'm having a lot of like extracurriculars, hobbies. That's really important to me. And I think I make a really intentional practice of doing those things or seeking out those experiences. Because it really, brings a lot of like joy and balance and like really re-energizes me.
And it's like something you can look forward to. I think that's part of it, is like, as you're going through your day, as you're going through your week, I can't wait for, salsa classes on Thursday, or I can't wait to go try out this, or like, it's something, you got little milestones and little reward points. How do you do that? For somebody that's thinking, hey, I want to diversify my week. I don't want to just go to work, come home, go to the gym, go to sleep. Like, what are some tools or practices that you use to create that variety and diversity in your week?
I think it's effort. It's effort on the front end. I think everyone wants to cancel plans. I think everyone wants to like, you have dinner plans. You're like, no.
I'm just going to stay.
But once you're there, you have a good time. So I think it's like I think it's discipline. Like what I hate is like after a long day of work, like I can think back to the weekend. It's like, when was the day that I cleaned my closet? Like they all seem the same.
It just all starts.
I saw this series like throughout this whole week, and like you don't remember what day was what, and it's been years, and this has been your life. So I think that's a fear I have. So I think that you have to make a really intentional like efforts to schedule plans with friends, to try to meet new people, maybe through like extracurriculars, like you were saying, joining clubs. you know, just like being proactive about like what is my week gonna look like, and making an effort toward that. You know, sports.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go to the gym, maybe like, or if you're, you know, you want to work out.
Yeah.
Maybe you play pickleball one day, like with strangers.
Like group stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's or maybe another day it's a different kind of exercise that you do, and just, you know, having these different experiences really makes you kind of feel like you had a full week, and really, I don't know, makes you really appreciate all the different things that life has to offer.
That's awesome. And I'm sure folks will go in cycles, right? It's like, this is a fully packed week. In 1 week, I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying to chill. I'm canceling all the plans.
Yeah.
They say in corporate, one of the best ways to make friends is to cancel meetings. Like, that's it. It's like, if you want to make a lot of friends, like when you give some, like, here's 30 minutes back. Here's, or end meetings early. So same thing in life. Sometimes you can give yourself that 30 minutes back. All right, last thing, if you were to put like a billboard and say like one thing, like this is the one takeaway that we want to know about this generation, how awesome it is, what people are missing or mischaracterizing or whatever, what would you put on your Gen Z billboard?
I think that's a really good question. I think that this is really true for people my age or my friends. It's that we're lifelong learners. I think that you notice that, or a lot of people say that younger generations, they start to do, you know, job hopping, or they just, they don't stay anywhere too long. And I think that a lot of what we're looking for is really, you know, that we don't, you know, live to work. It's the opposite. You know, a lot of places, you know, it's really exciting when you start a job. As long as you continue to grow in it, then you're really going to find fulfillment out of it. But when you don't, I think a lot of people my age are the kind of people that are like, okay, this has stopped serving me. I'm going to develop myself in a different way. Yeah. And I think that's a really beautiful thing that a lot of my peers do share in. And just being a lifelong learner, I think is a really valuable, value to hold.
Yeah. I think anybody can learn from that, right? How do you, when something stops serving you and you're not growing, it's not stretching you anymore, don't just sit in it, right?
You seek out like the next,
move on to the next thing, get stretched, you know. There's this term that I love using now, like do it scared, right? Like the things that are weird and scary and out of your comfort zone, do it, because that's where that growth and success and like, you know,
and that fulfillment, like that feeling of rewarding success is you don't find it if you don't, you know,
everything's already perfectly aligned, or it's not serving anymore. So, well, Sam, really appreciate you taking the time. And this has been The Amazing Pod. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments. If you love this, let us know why. If you have any guest suggestions, people that we should talk to, Gen Z trailblazers, folks that are doing great work, shoot me an email, tim@mrmeaningfulwork.com. tim@mrmeaningfulwork.com. Where do you, is it LinkedIn, IG, TikTok? Like, where do you?
I took them all off. So only LinkedIn. Sam Ortiz.
Sam Ortiz. She's focused. Focused.
I took them off. Another trend.
I was about to say, that's going to be a part two on that one. So everybody, thank you so much. Love you.
Thank you.